The thing is, though, I'm a Moroccan diplomat, which implies that I don't fall under that jurisdiction.
And Mr. Harper, it appears.
From the very first words, it's clear this isn't your average courtroom case. Claiming diplomatic immunity over a traffic ticket instantly flips the room's energy. The judge stays composed, masking curiosity behind professionalism, but the tension is unmistakable. Everyone can sense it. Something bizarre and unpredictable is about to unfold right here in court.
Let's take a look here. Looks like you received an infraction for exceeding the posted speed limit in the school zone, and also having an illegible or obscured license plate on your vehicle on February 4th, 2025. You've responded to the issuance of those infractions by requesting a contested hearing. Is that correct?
Yeah. My license suspended?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I just wanted to make sure those were the two infractions that were issued. I just wanted to make sure that was your understanding of why you're before the court.
Okay.
Okay. And you've requested a contested hearing of those infractions. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'm going to begin by reviewing the police report. I'm then going to swear you in and give you an opportunity to provide your testimony. Okay?
The judge's tone is calm yet commanding, measured with professionalism and firm control. He lays out the legal process with precision, setting clear boundaries before the chaos begins. But beneath that composed exterior, there's a flicker of awareness. This isn't shaping up to be an ordinary hearing. The air is thick with tension, and everyone in the room can feel the storm quietly building.
Give me 1 second while I review the officer's report. Right. And the court has reviewed the report of Officer Brian Danley. Mr. Harper, is there testimony you would like to provide regarding the issuance of the infractions in this case? Servant, as you raise your right hand, do you swear and affirm the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
All right, sir, go ahead. What is your testimony regarding the issuance of these infractions?
Let me see. Public school is, wherever that school is, right over here. I may have ran about a corner a little fast because there was some cars approaching. Okay, I bite the bullet. I don't know how long that officer was behind me, but when I get to the light, I finally see him pulling up. He wasn't already behind me. He was pulling up. He hit his lights. So I'm hearing impaired. I get out of my car to that police officer, whoever. No. First thing he says, get back in your car. I said, no, I'm getting back in my car. I'm hearing impaired. I'm not going to miss something you say. And I'm going to tell you the truth. He started to put his hand on his gun. I told him, don't do it with me. I don't play that. I'm not going to say what I said. I said, but I don't play that. Don't do it. And he attempted, and I let him know I don't play it. And I wasn't going to.
Harper isn't trying to play games or twist the truth. He's unloading years of bottled-up frustration at a system he feels has ignored him. His voice trembles, caught between rage and hurt, every word carrying the weight of exhaustion. This moment isn't about a simple speeding ticket. It's a cry for dignity, a demand to finally be seen, heard, and respected by the very system he believes has failed him.
Sure, I'm going to tell you the truth. I don't have no problem with police, but when he went like that, that's my problem. Evidently, he didn't like what I was saying to him. I'm telling him, hearing impaired, whatever he doesn't like, that's your problem, not mine, but you're not going to put your hand on your gun with me. And I'm definitely not going to go for it. He called other people. They came or whatever, gave him my ticket. You're going to try and tell me, oh, you can go. I looked at him like, are you crazy? I cursed him out. I ain't gonna lie. Learned out I'm from the South. I know what it is to respect. I know all that. But when they get that gun in that bag, some of them, they let it go to their head. I don't. I'm going to give you respect. If you disrespect me, I'm going to disrespect you. And that's what it was. It was a lot of disrespect. Evidently, he thought he was bigger than me because he had that. You're not. You're a human being just like I am. You bleed just like I bleed. But I did. I stood my ground. I'm not going to let, just because you got a gun in the badge, I'm not going to do it.
It's a chilling moment. Harper's emotions cut through the courtroom like a blade. This isn't defiance. It's pain laid bare. He's not arguing law. He's reliving fear. Every word carries the weight of something deeply personal, something scarred. And as his voice trembles through the silence, the entire courtroom seems to freeze, stunned by the raw, unfiltered truth of his breaking point.
Well, that's not, sir. I've been through too. I just lost my wife. She committed suicide on Easter. So there's a lot of things that go, and I don't need that stuff like that. And at this time, that didn't happen, but it was things going on. I tried to be cordial. When I got out of my car, I'm hearing impaired. I'm hearing impaired. You say something to me, I'm going to miss. And I'm not going to, by you saying something to me, I miss it, I go to jail. And that's what happened. For me, that's what happened. I don't know what he put in his report. I don't know. But that's what I did. Like I said, I may have been speed. I'll bite the bullet for that. But if he puts something else in that report, I'll fight it.
Heartbreak floods the room, washing away every trace of tension. The courtroom that once echoed with defiance now falls into quiet grief. The rage, the resistance, it all unravels into something deeper, pure pain. Harper isn't fighting anymore. He's breaking. And even the judge, usually a pillar of authority, softens his tone, acknowledging the weight of a tragedy too human to ignore.
The day I die.
Yeah, and Mr. Danley, I'll tell you, or Mr. Harper, excuse me, I'll tell you, there's none of that in the report. The only thing that's in the report, he
So my
saw.
whole point is, I'm not trying to interrupt you.
Okay.
If I turned the corner, okay?
Yeah,
Now, if I went through that street when I got to that light,
yeah.
and then I looked in my mirror, I see he was approaching me and he got behind me. Then he hit his lights as I turned to their Wendy's and
Yeah.
he stopped me in that parking lot.
What about the, you were also cited obstructed license plate. Tell me about the license plate cover on your vehicle. Does it make it?
That was taken off. I took that off my car because I didn't want no more problem. That's taken off, okay?
Okay.
So I knew that because I know I can get you for it.
Yeah, okay.
It's like I got stopped by Pierce County Sheriff, but they never brought that part up. But each precinct and all that is different.
But you've taken care of that.
In the end, accountability meets exhaustion. Harper finally owns his mistake, yet the ache of being misunderstood lingers in his voice. The judge listens, not to condemn, but to understand, his calm presence offering something far rarer than judgment, empathy. It's a powerful reminder that sometimes, compassion in a courtroom carries more weight than any sentence ever could.
Taking that off?
The license plate coverage.
Okay, all right.
But it's off my car.
Okay.
So I don't
Okay, all right. So here's the situation I have, Mr. Harper. I think that based on the speed measuring device, the radar gun, it looks like they have you speeding in a school zone. I've got no reason to doubt the accuracy of that speed measuring device, especially based on your testimony. So I think that the city has met its burden of proving that infraction by preponderance of the evidence. And because you have rectified the issue of the license plate cover, I'm going to go ahead and dismiss that infraction at this time. So I'll find that the speeding infraction is committed, but I'll go ahead and dismiss the license plate infraction at this time.
This is justice at its finest, steady, fair, and deeply human. The judge doesn't belittle or break Harper down. Instead, he anchors the moment in truth while acknowledging the man's pain. It's the perfect balance of authority and empathy, transforming what could have been conflict into genuine resolution and closure.
Okay. And Mr. Harper, I assigned that order. Sir, you can come forward and we'll get you a copy of it, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you very much for being here. Amari Zion McCrary Bay.
Islam, Your Honor. Grand rising to you as well.
Good morning. You are Amari Zion McCrary Bay?
Sir.
Good morning. Go ahead and have a seat. This is case 4A0892587. Mr. McCrary Bay was issued an infraction for operating a motor vehicle in excess of the posted speed limit, 11 to 15 miles per hour over the posted speed limit on December 11th, 2024. And let me take a look here. It does appear that Mr. McCrary Bay has a perfect driving record.
In an instant, the courtroom atmosphere flips from compassion to controlled chaos. Amari steps up, radiating false authority as if he's the one presiding. His composed yet performative confidence feels scripted, an unmistakable setup for the kind of sovereign citizen spectacle everyone can see coming.
That was filed with the court last week.
All right. And were there any objections to the filings?
There's no objection to the filings. I have reviewed make whatever argument you would like to make based upon what you have filed. I'll also let you offer any factual testimony you'd like the court to consider. Go ahead and review the officer's report first. And the court has reviewed the report of Officer Jeremy Vall, signed under penalty of perjury, December 11th, 2024, providing his factual basis for the issuance of. And Mr. McCurry Bay, I'm going to go ahead and ask you to raise your right hand.
I'm new to this legal, and I'm not Catholic or Baptist. I'm a Moroccan national.
Yes, sir.
If it's all right, could I put my hand over my heart and say,
Yeah, that's fine. I just need you to affirm that whatever you tell the court will be the truth.
The symbolism couldn't be louder. Amari has turned the courtroom into a stage for his ideology. That dramatic hand-over-heart gesture isn't respect. It's devotion to his own invented legal code. The judge watches with measured patience, but it's clear he knows reason may not stand a chance against conviction this deep.
The whole truth and nothing but the truth.
yes, sir?
What testimony would you like to offer the court regarding the issuance of the infraction in this case?
First of all, on that morning, driving implies that I was doing business or commerce. At the time, I was traveling because I was going from home to school, which is Clover Park Technical College. When he had pulled me over, it was over there by Clover Park, but there's a street where I had taken a left, and that's where he had pulled me over at. And he said I was in the school zone going 10 or 15 over, but I had already past the school zone, and the speed limit for that was 35, and that's when I had went 35, which was after the speed limit sign.
And Mr. McCurry Bay, is there any additional testimony?
And here it is, the classic internet law fantasy in full display. Amari proudly declares he's traveling, not driving, parroting the same pseudo-legal jargon circulating online. It may sound profound in chat rooms, but it crumbles the moment it meets real law. The judge stays composed, knowing that arguing logic against illusion only feeds the fire.
You'd like to offer at this time?
Not at this time. Well, actually, the stop was pretextual as well, because in what he had told me, he was like, "You don't have a valid driver's license," but he only ticketed me for the traveling infraction. And if I believe that's a pretextual stop, because one, I wasn't cited for no like driver's license, which you don't need a driver's license to do travel. You only need the license to do commerce. And the pretextual stop is because he gave me a citation for the traveling part, but he didn't give me a citation for the ID.
It's a familiar scene for any judge who's faced sovereign citizen arguments before. Same script, same misplaced confidence. The defendant speaks with absolute conviction, convinced he's uncovered some hidden truth the system fears. But belief isn't law, and conviction isn't evidence. When reality strikes, it hits harder than any verdict.
All right, Mr. McCurry Bay, thank you. And I do want to note for the record that I have reviewed, actually over the weekend I reviewed the declaration of Mr. McCurry Bay that was filed with the court on May 1st, 2025, finding that the infraction was committed. The court has reviewed the report of the officer. It does appear that the officer was utilizing a speed measuring device that it captured the speed of the vehicle being driven by Mr. McCurry Bay, or as Mr. McCurry Bay indicates,
Once again, I wasn't driving, I was traveling at the time, and I wasn't operating a vehicle, I was operating my personal property.
Correct. And so Mr. McCurry Bay has used the verbiage traveling. The officer is using the verbiage driving and motor vehicle. I understand that Mr. McCurry Bay uses different terminology to describe that phenomenon. I respect that. But it was by the officer, was in good working order at the time of the issuance of this infraction, and did record that personal property or what.
This is quiet brilliance from the bench. No anger, no ego, just pure command through calm clarity. The judge doesn't argue or mock, he corrects with precision. It's authority at its finest, dismantling chaos not with volume, but with reason, patience, and unwavering control.
The officer refers to as the vehicle traveling at a speed that exceeded the posted speed limit in a school zone. And so the officer issued on that observation, as well as the officer's personal estimation of the speed at 35 mile per hour zone. So the court will enter that finding this time. The court does note Mr. McCurry Bay pointing out that the officer did not issue a driver's license.
I did present him my passport though, too.
I do see that the enhanced traveler ID was presented. The court does note that officers do have discretion to issue or not issue an infraction, even if there is a factual or legal basis for the issuance of the infraction. And it does appear that officer for failure to have a driver's license. However, that does not negate the issuance of the school zone speeding infraction, and the court will find that infraction is committed at this.
The verdict hits like a shock of cold reality, swift, firm, and absolute. The judge's tone stays measured, almost surgical, as he cuts through illusion with fact. No theatrics, no arguments, just truth restoring order. It's the instant fantasy collapses, and the weight of real law settles back into the room.
The thing is, though, I'm a Moroccan diplomat, which implies that I don't fall under that jurisdiction.
And under that standing for diplomacy or for diplomatic immunity, if you are seeking exemption from this court's order, that would need to be taken up diplomatically with the
Even in defeat, he clings to his delusion, the hallmark of sovereign citizen ideology. His conviction is unshaken, shielded by imagination against the weight of truth. Reality offers no entry. Logic finds no purchase. And through it all, the judge remains composed, letting silence do what argument never could, expose the emptiness of his defiance.
United States Department of State.
Okay.
And the court has signed that order. And Mr. McCurry Bay, I'll ask you to come forward and we'll get you a copy of the court's order.
Quick question is, would there be a chance for it?
No, unfortunately, once someone requests a contested hearing and they proceed with a contested hearing, the court does not grant deferrals after a
Right.
Thank you very much, sir. You can go ahead and come forward and we'll get you a copy of that order.
Here showing that my diplomacy and it shows it's a superior court case that establishes our USD.
And sir, that is something that you can raise on appeal if you would like to bring that up on appeal. Also, again, if you're claiming a diplomatic exemption, that is something that you can also raise with the U.S. Department of State.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Absolute composure. The judge closes the hearing with precision, not pride. He doesn't argue or react. He simply restores order, guiding chaos back into structure. No anger, no theatrics, just mastery of the moment. It's a flawless display of authority grounded in restraint, the perfect contrast between misguided defiance and true judicial discipline.